Hello, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a Synthwave inspired makeup look today because Synthwave is pretty cool and it has a cool color scheme. So if you guys want to learn how to do the look that is on my face right now, keep watching this video. Okay, well we're going to start off with putting on Smashbox Photo Finish Primer for the foundation. After we put on the primer, we're going to put on concealer around our eye area, and I'm using Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Beige, which I believe is the whitest shade because I'm very white. And then I'm just going to blend it out with a beauty blender. So then I'm going to use a small concealer brush to put powder into the area that is below my eyes to set it. And I'm using Airspun Loose Face Powder in Translucent. And then I'm going to set the area of concealer above my eyes with hollow holographic NYX finishing powder. And now I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to be using Kat Von D's pomade in the shade Roxy Purple, her 24-hour Super Brow Pomade. And you can basically just go for whatever shape you want with the eyebrows. I have no eyebrows, so it shows up really nicely, and I can kind of just do whatever shape I want. So I just go with really big and really bold. That's really all you want to do. And then after that, you're going to put down a white-ish base for the eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using Concrete Minerals Chroma. And I'm going to be using that with a shader brush from EcoTools. And you really just want to concentrate that shadow right below your eyebrow, because that's what is going to be showing through the most. After that, we are going to use a bright pink that is slightly sparkly in this case, and this is also Concrete Minerals, and this is in the shade Brat. Yes, Brat. And basically for this is going to be the lightest shade of the crease color, and so we're going to use a big fluffy brush and then kind of brush that over the top area of the lid. After you do the pink, you're going to blend a deep purple into the crease as well. And I'm going to be using Surreal Makeup's shade Widowmaker. And this one has flecks of like purple and blue in it. You can take another fluffy brush that is smaller and do that. And you want to concentrate it more in the inner part than the outer part because we're going to be putting blue in that area, but put it all throughout the crease. After that, you want to take a more stiff brush and do the same thing, but more concentrated this time in the inner part. Okay, and then after that, we're going to take an even deeper shade of purple, and I'm going to be using Concrete Minerals Nightmare shade, which is a really deep purple. And you're just going to be using the same or a different stiff brush and putting it more concentrated in the lower and inner parts. And now I'm just going to use the same fluffy brush as before and kind of blend that out slightly. Okay, now we're going to be putting blue into the outer corner of the eye. I'm going to be using Apocalyptic Beauty's Psycho Pomp, and I'm going to be using a stiff bristled brush for that. I'm going to go back in and deepen that blue with this even tinier fluffy brush. After that, you're going to cut your crease so that we can work on the other sunset colors. And I'm also going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape, and then I'm going to be putting it onto a brush to cut out my crease. And then I'm also going to pat the sides of the concealer so that it blends it out a little bit more before it dries. First color that I'm going to put on my inner lid is going to be a very bright, kind of dark pink, and I'm going to be choosing the shade, the matte shade of Aries in the Zodiac Love Signs palette from BH Cosmetics. And for that, I'm just going to be using a stiff brush once again to put that on, like this. Okay, now you're gonna take a bright orangey color, and I am going to use this orange within the Take Me to Brazil palette that is also BH Cosmetics, and I'm gonna use the same brush for that. And you want to put that right in the middle of where you put the reddish pinkish color. Okay, and now you're going to put concealer once again right into that middle part of your eye, and we're going to put a yellow in that area. And it's going to be just like a very tiny indent in that part. And then I'm going to put a bright yellow right into that spot that I just created, and I'm going to be using Concrete Minerals in the shade Fame. And you'll also notice that I put yellow into the inner corners as well. Now I'm going to go back in and kind of fix the pink and the orange to blend them more around the yellow. Okay, and then after that I'm going to take an even tinier fluffy brush and I'm going to go over the blue and the purple. And then after that, I'm going to go back in with the pink and blend that back out with a fluffy brush once again. So after you do all that, you're going to put on eyeliner, and I am just using, I don't even know what brand this is, so just whatever eyeliner in however shape you want it. And this is an optional step, but a good option. I am going to be putting the Lime Crime Diamond Crushers Black Unicorn over my eyeliner, and I'm just gonna put it straight on. Also a note, this is like a lipstick product, so if you don't feel safe putting things for your lips on your eyes, then I would suggest not doing that. After that, we're going to smoke out the bottom with the same design as the top. Okay, so I smoked out the bottom and then I also put on mascara while I was doing that. You can just do mascara, or if you want false eyelashes, it's whatever. Now I'm gonna work on the rest of my base. So back with the concealer, I'm gonna conceal all the regular concealing parts of your face. Then you can put on foundation, and I'm going to be using my foundation, which is Neutrogena. And then after that, you can set your face with powder, and once again, I'm going to be using the Airspun Loose Face Powder with a fluffy, very, very fluffy brush. Okay, now I'm just going to do a basic contour, and I'm going to be using the BH Studio Pro palette in the lightest shade because I am very white. And then I'm probably going to build that up with a darker shade as well. And then I'm going to put on just a regular blush. Although this blush is like a highlighter blush. It's Kiko Up to Mauve. Okay, now we're going to do, you can stop here, or we can do a little bit more highlighting and more eccentric colors. So I am going to be taking that same pinkish reddish shade from the Zodiac Love Signs palette, and I'm going to be using that also to contour over where I already contoured. So I'm going to be using a contour brush for that. Okay, now we're going to be doing a highlight on highlighting areas, And I'm going to be using a few different types of highlighter. I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Royal Calyx, and then the same brand in Halo Walkers. And then I also am going to be using the Blacklight Highlight color palette from BH Cosmetics and the shades On Point and Illusion. And basically with the highlighter, you want to have the effect of like purples and blues or like silvers, basically like shiny, future-y colors. And lastly, I'm going to be taking another shade of the Lime Crime Diamond Crushers, which is Unicorn Queen, and I'm going to be putting it into my inner corners to make them pop. When you feel that you're sufficiently shiny enough, you can move on to the lips, and for that I'm going to be using a bright purple lip color. This one is Wet n Wild. Okay, and the last thing that you're going to do is put something shiny over your lips, because obviously everything has to be shiny. Or I guess you could just leave it. But I'm going to be putting this Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner over my lips, which is in the shade Goth Tears. Okay, and that's going to be the completed look for this Synthwave inspired makeup and tutorial.